this is what you were talking about, Biz.
Oh, no.
You can wear that outfit while you're watching the tennis.
Exactly.
That's as many L's as I've taken this playoff run with my predictions.
A lot of close ones. You have that 4-OT one, which we were all a part of.
Is this all you, Biz?
Oh, no.
I just think
You'd
remember
think.
Gretz on set just pacing around during that 4 overtime one. The last two have not been pretty, though. 5-2 to Florida and, of course, 6-2 tonight. So both of the top seeds dropped the first game of the conference final. For Carolina, no longer perfect. For the Avs, they lose to the Golden Knights. And again, didn't have Cale Makar in that matchup. Not sure if he'll be back for game 2. Let's hear from both sides as we get set for that one.
Our players aren't phased. We've gone over how we want to play. It's not changed from series to series, quite honestly. We're trying to play our game, not worry too much about countering off another team. We're going to try to play our game, and I think they feel very comfortable in it.
I think it's mental. I think you just got to find the hunger earlier in the game, right? It shouldn't be hard to sort of drive the urgency, and there's a few things that are sort of building blocks of our team and our team identity that I think we can do more consistently to help us.
What were you guys able to kind of take out of this one?
We just weren't sharp. Execution was poor from everybody. Yeah, just got to be sharp in that. I thought we did a lot of damage to ourselves. Guys kind of everywhere. Execution, like I said, needs to be better.
Is there anything to really take from how that game ended, or is this?
I've just said execution like 5 times. I think that's what hurt us.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Like when he gets snippy?
Well, like sometimes especially when you lose, you're not in the best of moods, right? And when like he said it 5 times. I don't know what else he wanted him to say. He's polite enough to sit there after a tough loss, and he gave him an honest opinion.
Sometimes reporters are slick. They ask the same question 5 different ways.
Yeah.
Listen,
but it's still the same way.
Yes, keep it moving.
I think
he had the snorkeler on, too. That's what he was a little upset about. The guy
problem?
asking the question. Yeah,
Yeah, he was dressed like you.
Yeah, we're not with the
Steve.
jokes after losses. It's like when I asked him about the Bednar behind the bench, the lookalike. He wanted nothing to do with it.
Next, he might have called you Paul.
You shut your pie hole, Paul. Not
So-
for your dumb questions.
The biggest thing, of course, is no Cale Makar.
Yes.
Not there for game 1. As for game 2, which is tomorrow, Jared Bednar said we'll see what tomorrow brings, so not giving anything away. If Cale Makar is not back in this game, isn't healthy throughout this series, is this now Vegas' series to win?
I'm not sure if it's their series to win, but it's going to be even more difficult. Not having Cale Makar there certainly hurts their power play, but you saw the 2 goals. Howden scoring that 1 goal, Dowd scoring the goal. I like Devon Taves back there, but he's not the same threat.
No.
He isn't the same threat. So now you could have the Vegas Gold Knights just focus on the flanks on each side, whether it's Naz Kadri on this side or Nate McKinnon on this other side, because they're not worried about that point shot coming that Cale Makar would be. So I think it's a drastically different series, Biz, without Makar being 100%.
I think Vegas wins this series if we don't see Cale Makar. I don't think they're getting enough down the middle right now from their second and third line center. You just mentioned it hurts their power play, which struggled during the regular season, and now you have Devon Taves, who's going to have to defer to the outside unless he starts shooting that bomb. And you look at what Cale Makar brings. It's not just the offensive side, boys. He outside of Taves' numbers, he's the best 5-on-5 defenseman right now analytically in playoffs. Like, you see what he does. He's a one-man breakout. He can make those stretch plays. He helps join the rush, and he causes fits for other teams. So I think that they're in very, very deep with no Cale Makar in this series.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, he had so much to Colorado's game. But also, if you look for Vegas, if you face one of the best players and then you hear, okay, he's not going to be part of it, I mean, suddenly you feel, okay, our chances just increased a little bit because, listen, they going up against the best team during the regular season. Of course, they have a lot of confidence and experience here. But for Vegas, that's a booster for your group.
Yeah.
One of their best players are not there.
There's still a lot of guys that were part of that Stanley Cup championship team, right? And we're all seeing firsthand how good of a hockey player Mitch Marner is. He's playing truly remarkably right now, one of the best playoff players we see this year. But the guy that I really look to on that team is Eichel. I think Eichel is just a great two-way centerman. He kills penalties, he wins draws, he makes plays. And him and Marner together, they're playing really well together, and they're a fun team to watch. And listen, I agree with you, Biz. If they don't get Cale Makar back, I'm not saying they can't win, but you don't replace Cale Makar. He's an elite player. He's one of the greatest defensemen who's ever played the game, and he's still very young. And we talk about it all the time. He never seems to get tired. He could play. I think he'd probably play the whole game, and he'd be fine
at full speed.
Just somebody get some water during the commercial breaks, right? Yeah, and he plays at full speed. He doesn't cheat the game. He takes the body, he blocks shots. He's offensively as good as anybody in the game on defense. So, yeah, they need to get Cale Makar back, and I don't know how serious his injury is, but they're not the same team without him.
And Gretz, you talked about Jack Eichel. Well, William Karlsson.
Yeah.
Coming back the lineup makes a big difference too. You got the 1-2 punch now. No, he's great offensively with Marner and Howden, but also you've got two guys that could go head to head versus Nate McKinnon of the Colorado Avalanche.
I was going to ask about, like, I mean, you play with Paul Coffey, and he was, of course, like, I mean, you could compare him to Makar, maybe of that generation. Was he ever in a situation where he was playing maybe 50%? Because I feel like a 50% Cale Makar is still as good as most defensemen in the NHL.
Yeah, you always play through injuries in playoffs, right? That's just part of it. I remember one year we won the Stanley Cup, Kevin Lowe broke his wrist and played with a cast on his wrist the whole final series. That's just part of it. But if Cale Makar can play, he'll play. If he's too badly injured, they're not going to, A, risk it, or B, want him to be out there when he's not at 100%. You can play it. I don't know, I'm just guessing numbers, 75, 80%, 90%, but anything 50% and below, you just can't go out there if you got, I don't know, it looks like it might be a sore shoulder. If his shoulder's injured, it's one hit and you could be out for the season. So they got to really monitor and listen, I know firsthand, those coaches and those players are saying, if Makar gets out here tomorrow night, dump it in his corner, and we want to hit him every single chance. That's the game, and every team does it, and every team says it. One of the guys used to say, spear him in the eye. He doesn't like that. Well, who does?
Exactly. And by the way, that quote...
that was legal when he was
That quote about execution from Nathan McKinnon might be my second favorite execution sports quote. Do you remember... You probably remember this, Gretz. John McKay, the Bucks coach, asked about what do you think of your team's execution? I'm in favor of it.
Is that when he was 0-14 or 0-24?
We should try it sometime.
0-24. I'm in favor of it.